to start. To start. Okay. Okay. We are live. And before you... Oh, when did this happen? I got 2 more followers on Twitch?
And you...
Wait a minute, did I miss that on... I'm actually super confused. When did I get 2 more followers on Twitch? I'm sorry, I immediately... We went live and I immediately got distracted. I'm just like... I've been at 31 for so long, trying to advance this forward. I'm like, did I get those last stream? Yeah, it was the 31 last stream. I got them during the stream at some point. People just silently followed near the end of my stream.
And you didn't even notice.
I'm such a bad streamer. I didn't notice. Although I didn't notice any new people had jumped into the stream. Ugh. I feel bad. I feel bad. Okay, anyway. Before I get too absolutely giga-locked. This was our tier list we did last time. We won't spend too much time on it, but we'll compare. We're working on a new tier list. Now that we've been playing the game and it's been out for a week, I have... What?
I just realized we could just go in this order.
Oh, the order alphabetical?
Yeah, that they present them.
Yeah, okay, we could just do it alphabetical. We'll just do it alphabetical. We have some severely revised opinions, I think. Because what turned out to be, or has been turning out to be really good as the meta has settled. Tier list revised, gotta compare them at the end. Yeah, we're gonna compare them at the end. We're definitely gonna compare them at the end.
Should we compare, like, side by side, or should we wait till the end for the...
We're gonna wait at the end to see how much we change them. But yeah, we're gonna compare. So we're just gonna start alphabetically. Aatrox. I don't remember where we put him. I thought highly of him. I still think pretty highly of him. I don't think he's a carry, but I kind of think all of the Novas, I was correct in my first impression, that they're utility gods. Including a minimum 2 Nova in almost any comp is valid. As long as you can fit them in. And there's a bunch of comps that have minimum Nova. A bunch. And Aatrox gives your whole team MR and armor pen. So where we think we're landing on Aatrox this time around?
So I'm a little hesitant because I think in a Nova team he's very strong. But I kind of want to lower him down just because he has a champion-specific augment, and it makes him worse.
You think it makes him worse?
Yes. I think on like regularly, if you just like Nova him, he's easily like an S tier champion. You fucking take that augment, he gets demoted down to like C tier.
Why?
He's not a carry. He cannot be a carry.
I heavily disagree. His augment makes him a carry.
I do not think so. I think it is a trap.
You think it's a trap? I've carried with him twice. Both times I've gotten the augment, I've finished top 2. One first place, one second place. Before we pull out the misogynoir, I'm interested. So I'm still confused why you think it makes him worse, because his normal ability is one of the 3 hits that he does. He just gets 2 more cycles, one of which adds CC. And the Nova activation, when you have all 5, doesn't change. He has the same Nova activation, whether he has the augment or not.
Okay, where would you place him?
Like I said, I don't actually think he's a hyper carry. I don't think any of the Novas are carries, so I'm not going to put him in S tier, but I think he's very solid, and he's A tier. That's where I'd put him. Maybe B tier as just a utility slot. With the augment, I'd put him at A tier, probably B tier, just normally.
I would be accepting of A tier. I think he's B tier if you give him the augment.
Let's just settle on B tier. Let's just because I agree there. He's a utility. I think the Novas are all utility gods. Here's the thing. I think every Nova except for one of them is actually not even close to the best at what they do. They're there because they grant your entire team a bonus. Your entire team. So the fact that he buffs your entire team, it makes him good. Like, even if he could suck more, and I'd still probably put him B, just because his effect is so good. Like, basically it would be like, would you like a Last Whisper on all of your champions? Would you like a Void Staff on all of your champions? Or the passive, not the stats. But, like, would you just like that on everyone? And you go, yes. 30% more. Because that basically is saying I'm doing, like, 30% more effective damage. Not really. It's in essence actually more like 10% more damage, but yeah. Okay, next one is Briar.
Briar, I think it's good.
I also think Briar is good. I think I had a higher opinion of Briar before, so that means your opinion of Briar has elevated. I actually think all of the Primordians are... I already thought highly. I think they're all fucking busted.
Yeah, I would say they're all A tier to me.
Yeah, like, across the board with items, they can creep into S tier. But every single one of them has carry potential. I think no conversation. She with items can be a carry. The Rogue effect is really good. So if you're activating Rogue, really good. Anima, really good. Primordian, godly. And she, like I said, she's just good. She does bonus damage to tanks with it, so she can melt front lines. And, I don't know, she's just so good. There's so much to like about her. She's deceptively beefy, too. Caitlyn. I thought Caitlyn was ass. I still think Caitlyn's ass, and she has the worst Nova effect of all of the Novas.
Really? I don't think she's ass.
Yeah, I think she's hot garbage still, and her Nova ability is just give your team 20% attack speed.
See, now, while I don't necessarily think that's useful for a large Nova comp, I think she does have use in minimum Nova to give attack speed to a different comp that can utilize it better.
I mean, just to activate minimum Fate Weaver, she is probably a better activation of minimum Fate Weaver than the other Fate Weavers, because, like, Melio sucks so hard, and then Corki's good. But, like, you can't get Corki till way later. So it's like, it's mostly she wins just because your other options are terrible, and the only other person you're going to be trying to activate is TF. And yes, in that one scenario, she's good as an activator, but I'd probably put her at, like, I think I put her F tier before. I would call her C tier. She's still good enough to include, but she probably never deserves to have items. Because that's what I'd call C tier. C tier is like, you're gonna include them, but you're never putting items on them. You'd agree on that?
Yeah, I could be okay with that.
Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath?
I think he's actually, I don't remember what I put him. I think he's S, maybe even needs a nerf.
Really? I think he's mid as fuck.
Every single game where I see Cho'Gath pop off, he's got like 6 to 10k health, and is using his ability, because his ability scales with HP, hitting for Cho'Gath best boy. So, okay. Scion in the last set was good, right? Like, a very good frontline tank. Now just imagine if his ability did lots of damage and scaled with HP. That's just Cho'Gath. Because, like, okay, Cho'Gath in the early game sucks so hard, but he hits this break point with HP stacking where he starts hitting, like, 1,000 damage per consume. And then once he hits that threshold, he starts ramping up. So, like, his HP gain is like this. But then you hit a certain HP threshold, and he starts, like, getting out of control. So, like, I'd say when he's under 3,500 max HP, he's not that good. The moment he passes 3,500 max HP, he starts getting crazy because he hits so hard, and which means he starts stacking HP faster. Also, I think part of the thing you have to do is you have to get him Adaptive Helm so that he casts more often.
I argue he can't be S tier just because he's so hyper dependent on both the item and the scenario.
I guess, but I feel like the floor is A tier for him. I'm always putting items on him. He is if I'm including Cho'Gath, he is the frontline carry.
He's one cost.
I think there are actually, and I'm gonna be real here, I think one costs are ones and twos in the set are the most overrepresented for carries in a long time. I think the 3 category is spoiler, mostly dead in the fucking water. There are 3 costs in the entire allotment of 3 costs that I think have carry potential. And maybe 3. 2 to 3. And then epics, I also think it's actually one of the low... Like, epics are almost across the board utility this time. I'm thinking 4 total epics having carry potential. Whereas for 1 costs, there are... I'm gonna say 5... Yeah. 5 or 6 1 costs that have carry potential. Ones in the set are crazy. Especially because there's 2 different 1 costs that have infinite scaling. Your mom's a 1 cost. You're talking shit about 1 costs?
I'm just saying I don't think Cho'Gath is that good, but you're probably going to put him in A anyway.
We could make an argument for why he's lower than A.
I mean, I think he's perfectly fine.
Let's just say, in a build where you're including Cho'Gath, who's getting preference over Cho'Gath? In your front line. Like, I think he is your frontline carry if he's on your team. I think he just is.
In a Darkstar Brawler build? Or, I mean...
Just Darkstar in general, who is in the front line that you're prioritizing items on over him?
If I have him, I'm probably a Tom.
He's definitely better than Tom. I actually think Tom is disappointingly bad. I've gotten a 3-star Tom twice now. He's so easy to 3-star for some reason. And you actually can't tell. Like, I lost one of those games where I 3-starred him and didn't even get top 4. He's that bad. He's that bad. He's a terrible tank, actually. I think we put Tom kind of high last time. We'll talk about Tom more, but I actually think he's fucking awful.
And yeah, I guess you're right that nobody else in the build would get his items.
I'd put it, that's why I'd say he's A tier. Like, A tier is you're prioritizing items on them.
Fine.
And they have carry potential. Next, Ezreal. I think Ezreal's also A to S category.
Really?
Every single time I've included Ezreal, he gets 40 plus stacks of his little bolts and is doing like thousands of damage. And in some games where... Here's another thing. He has item interactions that straight break him. He has item interactions that actually straight break him.
What are those?
Dawn Core.
The artifact item?
Yes, Dawn Core. He only has 30 mana to start with. So Dawn Core brings him down to 20.
Okay, but that's a very hyper-specific scenario. You can't guarantee an artifact item every game.
No. But I'm saying he's already like casting every other auto attack, or like every 2 auto attacks with just a Spirit a Spear Sojourn. There's also other things, like there's also some more consistent ones. He casts so frequently, and does such good damage that another one that's really ridiculous. If you ever have an Echo game, give him the Anomaly, because he's a caster, not a marksman. So he throws the max health fireball, the AoE max health fireball. So then he's AoE burning and doing 6% max health every second cast. And he casts every other auto, basically. Of course, IE is great on him, because his ability crits. But he just, like, he's easy to 3-star. He's often uncontested, in my experience. Having minimum time breaker is just a W. Minimum time breaker is so good. Every single time I play Darkstar at this point, I'm going minimum time breaker in my Darkstar, because you throw Pantheon in for Cho'Gath, so for your minimum brawler, and then Lysandra activates minimum replicator also with Pantheon. And then you also get minimum sniper with Ezreal once you find Jhin later in the game. And Jhin, I also think we did dirty. I'm pretty sure we ranked him pretty low. I have a changed opinion of Jhin as well. But no, Ezreal is fucking nutso. He's good without stacks, and with stacks he can get insane. I'd say the only reason he doesn't need a nerf is because he does suffer front-to-back syndrome. I think to be able to I'm going to say he can't be S tier because he's A tier because he suffers front-to-back syndrome. I think for you to be able to be an S tier carry, you have to be able to kill backliners through the front line. That's a line I'm drawing in the sand. Actually, for hyper carries, I think your limit is A tier if you have to front to back, which can be a real weakness because tanks can get unbelievably tanky in this set. There are actually quite a few tanks in this game. They're damn near immortal, and you need to be able to kill the backlines through them. But for a traditional front to backer, he is so good. I mean, would you argue him any lower? If you have him, you're getting minimum time breaker. So, like, time breaker is just like you get to have free experience and rerolls. In that regard, he almost feels like Bard. He kind of feels like this set's Bard to me.
I feel like he'd probably be more B to me, but if you're making Cho'Gath A, then I guess yeah.
Leona.
Leona, I think, is...
I think she's star dependent, but I think Leona's not so too.
Yeah, I think she can be. I just don't think she's consistently. So maybe, like, B tier section? Because, like, I also...
She can't carry like Cho'Gath can, but she's also nuts.
I think she's really strong without items, so...
With items, she's absolutely nuts.
Yeah, but
and also certain Arbiter.
But she's also, like, often not the person you're putting items on.
If you're going Arbiter? Really? If you're going Arbiter, who are you putting items on? Maybe if you're just including her as a vanguard, but if you're going Arbiter, she is the person you're putting items on. Oh, I'd actually say the weakness of Arbiter right now is that you have to get something that synergizes with Leona. Because Arbiter is unplayable unless you have something that synergizes with Leona.
Admittedly, I have only pretty much used Leona as a temp holder of, like, a spot on the team because I've never gone, like, full Arbiter.
So here's the one reason I'm actually going to make an argument for her maybe being A tier. Even though she doesn't necessarily carry via damage, is that she is such a ridiculous tank given this specific situation. Have you seen people put their entire team in the back line and just have Leona on the front line by herself?
Yes.
You know why they do that?
So Leona gets surrounded?
Yeah, but also because Leona builds mana while shielded. Her shield doesn't have to break for her to start building towards her next shield. So if you have Adaptive Helm, Gargoyles, and you have an Arbiter effect that, like, either gives her extra mana, extra armor, or gives her extra HP, she can quite literally hit a break point where she's effectively unkillable.
Okay, so she's good with items, but it's
like that's why I'm saying, like, I would accept
items.
an argument for her being B because she kind of needs levels and she kind of needs items and she kind of needs an Arbiter effect. But given those like in that situation, she jumps up to like S tier. Like, but I'd call her B.
You have to fill out a checklist.
Yeah, you have to fill out a checklist, and that's why I'm like, she's kind of B because you have to do these things, but she has hyper carry potential. But, like, I couldn't put her lower than B.
I think B's fair.
Lysandra?
I think Lysandra is also solidly B.
Me too. She's kind of sleeper. She does really good damage. I don't know that you'd focus your items on her, because you're probably going to move them to more worthy candidates late game. But kind of like Briar, she's just so good early. She's just so strong early. She can carry, or Teemo. Like, Teemo's bad later. Like, really bad. Lysandra's just kind of good the whole game. She's not the best, but she's just good. Nasus.
I think also solidly B.
Yeah, he's just fine. He's also kind of in this situation where, like, he's pretty good early. He sucks ass later, but he's really good early. Poppy.
I think Poppy's pretty damn mid.
Yeah, I would probably never put items on Poppy. I think I'd probably put her in C tier.
Yeah.
Rek'Sai.
Definitely A.
Yeah, I'd say definitely A. The AoE CC that Rek'Sai hands out is vicious, and the tankiness is vicious. Talon.
I unironically think he's an S tier.
I also think he's unironically an S tier. After realizing how untargetable this motherfucker is...
He just keeps backflipping all over your units. Like,
and
you can't fucking touch him.
You might think 2,000 damage over 18 seconds is like, whatever. That's like 200 damage a second! It ends up being like, because he also has IE every game somehow, so it's like 4,000 damage over 18 seconds, so it's like 200 damage a second. He's just suddenly on top of your most important person, goes, and then jumps away, like, and then you watch your most important carry, like, just going, and you're like, and then they die, and you're like, I'm fucked now! It's crazy. He's such an asshole. Also, like, certain star, like, he can go into maybe needs nerf category with certain stargazer things, like the one that gives him poison. Like, if he has 4,000 damage over 18 seconds and a 60% of that is now magic damage poison, what do you mean? He's doing 6,000 damage over 18 seconds to all your backliners? What? Also, if you have minimum rogue and Knight's Edge on him, he can never die!
He just keeps going. He just keeps vanishing.
The moment your carries are finally like, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm standing my ground. This is Florida.
Where did he go?
And then, like, they just go, Who was I attacking? And then they finally kill another tank and target him again, and immediately, where did he go? He gets to do it twice! 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 He's insane!
And that's after they jump through all the hurdles of actually targeting him while he's doing his parkour bullshit.
Which, like, breaks their brains, too, because, like, the AI on these things is bogus. No, he's actually insane. This is what I mean by, like, one costs are kind of busted in this set. So many of them lean topside, in my opinion. Okay, Teemo.
I think he'd solidly be.
Yeah, I think he's B. He's worth having items early, and then you probably switch him. We're gonna skip the training dummy. Twisted Fate.
I think he's another S tier.
I actually do, too. I thought he was S tier, and then was convinced I was maybe build it, or like that I was doing something wrong because I was having bad performances game after game after game, and I realized I was! You can't build AP carries in this set like you did last set. Nashor's Tooth, Jeweled Gauntlet is not the meta anymore. A matter of fact, I think the way you build him is actually just like, Archangels. Like, if you get the Archangels augment, and you happen to be, like, have him, he's becomes insane. Because the high end of his cards is like a base of 1,000, right? Which means every time an Archangels ticks up, it's adding 200 damage to his upper end card. So, like, Archangels I actually think is, like, the biggest thing you need on him. And also blue buff. So unironically, I think the best build for him is blue buff Archangels. Because that means every 5 seconds, he gets 50 AP. Which is 500 damage to his upper end card every 5 seconds. Which means he's basically scaling 100 damage per second. He nukes! Also, if you lucky 3-star him, he prints you gold. What? He prints you gold. Okay, next, Viegar.
I think he's solidly B.
I think he's S tier.
Really?
He is fucking S tier. Okay, so Meeple in general is actually, in my opinion, the most broken trait you can build right now. Here's why. You can get lucky and trigger a 7 Meeple kind of ridiculously early, right? And do you know what 7 Meeple does? Do you have some experience playing Meeple? Or, yeah, no, it's called Meeple.
It's called Meeple.
So, do you know what 7 Meeple does? Cloning spot. Do you know what that does?
You can clone one of your people.
It creates a spot on your board. And anything you put in it, not just people, anything you put in it gets cloned after a certain number of turns. If it's a 1-star, it's every 1 turn, which means you can guarantee yourself a 3-star Viegar, and you don't even have to stick around at low levels, because you can prioritize getting to level 7 and getting all of your meeples.
So it's like having worth the wait, but
on every champion.
Except you have to wait more turns.
More turns for other people, but here's the thing, you're at level 7, your 1 cost find rate is kind of bad at that point, but your 2 cost is still good. Also, you can get pretty easily guarantee 2-star 4 costs, and here's the broken thing about cloning thing, it works on item anvils! It works on item anvils! Guys, it works on item anvils! Do you know what star level an item anvil is? 3.
What star level is an egg?
The golden egg, equal to its current turns. Which means if you have it and you get golden egg on you'll like 3, once it's down to 3, you'll be able to get it. Or on 1 you can also get it. Because it'll clone after 1 combat. You okay?
Yeah.
So, here's the other thing. So, since you don't have much experience with Meeple, do you know what Viegar's thing with Meeple is?
Mm.
He calls down mini meteors per Meep that he has.
Right.
He's also a replicator, right?
Right.
So if you have replicator activated, he lands an ungodly amount of damage across the board. So he summons an initial meteorite, which very easily does 1k plus damage, right? Very easily does 1k plus damage. The mini meteors all do 1/10 of the initial meteor. And it's very easy because here's another thing. You know what Bard does?
He does a little spaceship that abducts people.
Not just that. Do you know what he has a passive that specifically only works with other meeples? He grants his nearest 4 allies an additional meep, which grants Viegar an additional meteorite. And if you have a replicator, Viegar is casting a 1,000 damage meteor and a 2,200 a 220 damage meteor on 2 different targets and summoning, I believe with Bard at max meeps, it's a base of 3 meteorites plus floor plus 1, so 8 meteorites. So he's doing 16 meteorites plus 2 big meteorites. He hits the whole board. And this is why I'm going to say he's S tier. The mini meteorites do not hit like strictly nearby allies. They hit random people, which means you can RNG into killing backliners. You can RNG into killing backliners. He is a giga carry. Also, you might think, oh, he hits for 1,000 damage and then like 8 times for like 100 damage. He can hit for way more. I'm just saying it's easy to get to that threshold with random items. How much mana do you think his ability casts on? Given he does like 1,800 damage per cast.
60.
50. He's insane. I could put him no lower than A.
Okay.
But if you're saying you don't buy it, I'll put him in A.
Oh, yeah, I would say put him in A. Mostly because I think he's really dependent on getting 3-star and getting good items.
But the 3 stars guaranteed. Okay, Akali.
I think Akali sucks.
She does suck, but she has probably the best of the Nova effects.
So...
She grants precision to your entire team.
So, Bo, I feel like you're only including her for that and that alone. She herself is...
Yeah, she's C tier.
You think C tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's probably high C tier because she's better than Caitlyn, but not by much. Yeah, I'm never putting items on her. Belveth.
A.
I agree. I thought she was S, but I've revised. Gnar. We're into the 2 stars now.
I think Nar sucks.
Mostly because I've played a lot of Meeple at this point. I don't think he sucks. The problem is there's so many better Meeple that, like, if another Meeple was maybe nerfed, he might get items. Because, like, he does have kind of good... He does have kind of good stuff. Like, for one, he casts this thing on attacks and not mana. So he giga scales with attack speed. He can hit backliners through the front line because of it. And his meep thing, you know what his meep thing is? For every meep he has a little meep that stands next to him that does a little tiny amount of damage with every one of his auto attacks. Every one of his auto attacks. So he giga scales with attack speed. He honestly kind of feels like Kale. You remember what was it, the black and rainbow people with the Kale that was like the 1 star that ascended with your level?
I don't remember what they're called.
Empyrean.
Was it?
I think it was Empyrean. He feels exactly like Kale to me, except he doesn't scale with the level. He scales with the Meeple rank. He's 100% useless outside of Meeple, though. So that, I would probably say, brings him down. Like, he probably can't be S or A, because he's only viable in one build. But, if you weren't getting AP items, and had to change who your carry on your team was going to be away from Viegar, just because of bad item luck, you could carry with Gnar still in a Meeple build. He's not as good as Viegar. But I'd say he's CB.
I could accept C.
Grogass.
Grogass. I think he is mid.
He's mid. He's like situationally A if you get the right like psionic item. But like yeah, he's probably like high B. I totally agree. Gwen.
I think she's also pretty mid.
Yeah, I think I had a higher opinion of her, but the problem is, like, she can get into the back line, but it feels super random. She's really strong, but she can't really actually carry, because she'll just get stuck on a durable front line. So she's probably, again, like, high B. Jax.
Situationally stupid strong.
His augment is S tier.
Yeah, but you can't consistently get
No,
that.
yeah. His augment's S tier for sure. I think, like, he's very strong. But he's also just, like, a decent tank.
Yeah, he's decent even on his own. He has the potential to be broken with his augment.
Even without the augment, with itemization, and star levels, he can be absurdly strong. But I'd say, like, probably high B. In ideal situations, high A. But, like, probably high B. Jinx.
I think she sucks.
I don't.
Really?
I think she's really good. She hits backlines through front lines. And she has an anima-specific item that changes her bullets into rockets. That you guarantee get at 200. If you have a 2-star Jinx on board.
Okay.
The rockets do 45% increased damage. And do damage to adjacent enemies. Which ends up making her damage output, like, double. Maybe too situational to put her an S, but she hits all the metrics that I'm looking for an S tier carry. Can kill backliners through frontline.
I think she's S tier.
I think she's a competitor for S tier. I feel like she's high A tier.
Better than the Primordians.
Probably only not better than the so like if we're gonna individually order the A tier, yeah, it's probably like Belveth, or no, I think Veigar, highest of the A tier that we have right now. Then probably Belveth. Then probably no. Yeah, no, just because Belveth fits in more builds, so Belveth has to be higher, and then Ezreal, then Jinx, then Cho'Gath, then these two. I think that's how I'd order A tier right now.
Okay.
Meepsy.
Meepsy's pretty goated.
Yeah, I think Meepsy's S, and then Augment S. Yeah, Meepsy's crazy. And Meepsy only gets crazier in Meeple. Like, you are basically saying you haven't gone Meeple. You know what happens to Meepsy when you have more Meeple? Meepsy modifies their healing per Meep. They get 10% extra healing per meep.
And I know Meepsy just because Meepsy is in so many builds beyond Meeple.
Yeah, I think I'd probably put Meepsy... No, yeah, Meepsy has to be S. Meepsy is, like, probably the best tank we've hit on the list so far. The best one. Massive AoE CC. Decent damage. Crazy survivability. And an Meepsy build, or an Meeple build, guaranteed 3-star. Melio.
Mid.
I think lower than mid.
You think lower than mid?
I think Melio sucks major fucking ass. I think in ideal situations, Melio still sucks. I would probably put Melio as our first D tier.
Okay.
Mordekaiser.
I think Mordekaiser's solid.
I think he's just mid. Would you put him hot in A tier?
No, I think B tier's fair.
Yeah. Probably, like, right ahead of Gragas. Pantheon.
Pantheon's mid.
Mostly because he doesn't fit in enough builds, but I actually think he's badass. He just only fits in, like, one build. But yeah, he is mid because of that. Like, he's too hyper-specific. Pike.
Pike is definitely good. You think all the way in S tier?
I think Pike is another example of is S tier with augment is S tier. Here's the thing. Do you know how to position to make sure your Pike always hits the backline right away?
Is it not like second row against the wall?
Even more devious. I figured this out. You remember Battle Academia positioning? To make sure that Caitlyn would always hit the backline?
Yeah.
You do that with Pike. So that you part the seas, and then he will always hit the backline right away. You can't play around it. Outside of just not having a backline. And we know what happens when Pike hits your backline. He one-shots them most of the time. And certain psionic items, like, he's good with regular items, but certain psionic items...
Is that lock-on one?
The lock-on one's fucking nuts. Especially if you have the 4 to get the extra effect. No, like, yeah, the psionic items just make him double S tier. And then with normal items, he's S tier. With the augment, he's S tier. Like, no matter what, Pike is good. Without items, he can kill backliners. In the late game. Like, he could just fuck up a backliner with no items. Like, he's so good. I'd say he's probably... I'd say of the S tiers we have right now, it goes Talon Pike. Okay, next person. Zoe.
B.
B? This is hard. Situationally, I think Zoe is S. But the problem with all of the Arbiters... is you can just not be given the Arbiter options that you need for a character to be good. And, here's the thing, some of the Arbiter options are good for no one. Because, like, the Arbiter options, 1, only affect the Arbiters. None of them are universal. None of them. And some of them do not synergize with any of the Arbiters. I'm guessing you haven't done Arbiters very much either, have you? There's a fuckload of options, actually, that the Arbiters can land on, and you will only ever, without any ability to reroll them, get 3 different causes, and then each one cause has 3 different effects. So you will only ever have 3 activator conditions and 9 outcomes. And those outcomes will normally be, like, the activators can make any of the outcomes bad, because some of them are just, like, shit. Like, one of them is when enemies die. Which, The reason this is shit is because the outcomes don't scale with the difficulty for the cause, right? So, like, killing an enemy is, to me, a difficult ask, right, to achieve an outcome. Well, let's say you get the outcome is arbiters gain AP, right? The amount of AP you get is the same no matter what the cause is. So if the cause is kill an enemy, the outcome will be gain 12 AP, right? Or you can have every 4 seconds gain 12 AP. Which one would you rather have? Or you can have every time you do damage 10 times gain 12 AP. Or you can have, like, for every interest you would gain 12 AP. That's actually one of them. For every interest you would gain X thing. So some of them can grant you a bunch of power up front. Some of them can grant power over a period of time. Some of them can grant power over a period of time that you can directly manipulate, like every time you deal 10 damage. And then some of them, like, and that's the problem, like, it needs to scale with the difficulty, because I would call killing a unit very difficult, and if killing a unit, your reward is 12 AP for your team, only for that combat, like, that's pretty shit. So that's kind of the problem with Arbiter, is I think Arbiter has too many options, and too many of them are bad. But I would actually say Zoe's really good, because she can kill backliners through frontliners. She's a conduit, which conduits are really good. She spams. But I'm gonna say you're right, she's mid. Aurora.
Me?
I'll be honest, I think Aurora's A tier.
Really?
I mean, you know what her effect does, right? She hits an AoE amount of damage, right? That does a base amount to every person hit, and then splits a pool amount between everyone hit, right? And those targets hit become hacked. All damage they take during, I think it doesn't say on this little tip right here, but I think it's 4 seconds, over the next 4 seconds, gets stored as hack damage. If this amount would kill them, it triggers early and kills them on the spot. After that 4 seconds, it does 10% of all damage they took as true damage to every person that was hit. You can easily set it up where she is casting so frequently that she is hitting someone before the first hack goes off. Also, she's a Voyager, and Voyagers are badass. She's also an anima, which means she has an anima-specific item. All of the anima characters have an anima-specific item, kind of like the psionics, which, if you get it, are kind of busted. I feel like she's A tier. I don't think she's S tier because she has trouble hitting the back line through the front line. But I think, so my question would immediately be like, what do you think of Victor? Like, in comparing to Aurora.
I think Victor's really good.
I think Aurora is exactly the same character as Victor. They do similar damage in the same level of AoE. I would say, look, they have comparable traits too. Anima and Psionic are about getting specific items on people. So, I would say, whatever you would categorize Victor, I think you have to categorize Aurora in the same slot. Because I think they're basically the same champion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So, my question would be, since he's kind of the last of the Blues, where would you put Victor?
I would put him in. I would put him really high. Yeah. Fine.
So, I feel like she's actually probably in between Viegar and Belveth in A tier. Okay, Diana.
I forgot she existed.
Yep, she's F tier. Once again, there is the problem that none of the Arbiter effects, none of them, synergize with Diana, and there is no Arbiter build you can build that makes sense to include Diana. There just isn't one. She is not a good frontline carry. She is not a good frontline tank. She's just there. Fizz.
Fizz. A?
I agree. With Meeple, he can be incredibly strong because he just does extra damage per Meep. And it's not a small amount either. He does like 100 extra damage per Meep for his Shark. And you can get like 8 Meeps on people. Which means he can like double the damage of his Shark by just having Meeps. Also, he's a rogue, and all the rogues are good. Spoiler, all the rogues are good. I'd probably put him high A. Maybe right over Belveth. Alawi.
She's fucking strong.
She's really fucking strong. I would probably say also high A.
I gotta
Also, like, you probably haven't gotten anima. You know, she has a specific anima item that makes her spawn a tentacle that heals her every 4 seconds. She's pretty fucking nuts. All of the anima, I score anima kind of high. I think anima's kind of busted, actually. I don't see it that often, but I think anima's pretty busted. I put her right above Fizz. Kaisa.
I think she's solid.
I think she's solidly mid-tier. You might put items on her. She's really good early game. Really good early game. She's kind of on the same stack as Teemo, where, like, early game she fucking slaps. And then a certain point in the game will hit and you suddenly go, why doesn't she do dick? But she's good. Lulu.
I don't give a shit about Lulu.
She's bad. I'd probably put her D tier. I try to not include her even if I'm going Stargazer if possible. Maokai.
I think Maokai is solid.
I think he has the most universally good Nova activation if you're activating 5 Nova, because he just stuns the whole last board. Also, he actually becomes a lot better if you choose him as the Nova, because his auto attacks do percentages of his max health. Also, he does an AoE stun. I'd say Maokai is just a worse version of Rek'Sai.
I can see that, yeah.
With situational bonus, so I'd probably put him high B or low A.
I would say high B.
High B, yeah. Probably right over Jax, actually. Misfortune.
So I actually remember we rated Misfortune high, and I think we were completely wrong.
She's fucking bad.
I think she's useless.
Yeah, I think she's useless too. She exists only to proc things, but you don't actually need her.
For
like
any of those.
For any of them. She doesn't fit in any builds at all. Ornn.
I think Ornn is good.
I think Ornn is good too. I think I said he was good before because, like, he just gets a free Radiant item. Also, if you put a Thieves' Glove on him, he can Radiant the Thieves' Glove and give himself 3 Radiant items.
Interesting.
Like, what? What? He's the best Thieves' Glove target in the entire game. I'd also probably put him low A or high B.
I would say low A.
Rost. I think we overrated Rost.
Yeah, we were saying nerf. I don't think he needs a nerf.
I actually think he's kind of bad.
I
Because,
think
like, his effect is good, but he himself sucks.
I think he's still good.
I think he's low B. We put him in needs nerf. I think he's low B.
Okay.
Just because you include him literally only for his bonus effect. So, like, he's, to me, actually, he's snuggling up to Aatrox, where you're probably only including Aatrox for the bonus effect. Samira.
She's good.
I think she's situationally S tier, but she needs support, so she's probably high A.
I can agree with that.
Put her right between Alawi and Fizz. Urgot.
B.
Solidly B. Yeah, probably like right here. Victor.
He's good.
He's pretty good.
And we agreed that he and
I
Aurora
think-
are essentially the same.
Yeah, I'd put them snuggled right here, sharing a slot. Aurelian Soul.
I think he's mid.
I think he's mid too. I thought he might have potential to be really strong, but he does not consistently hit backliners. He can kind of like RNG you into a win, but I think he's probably just like high-ish B tier. Corky.
Corky's pretty mid to me too, but I don't know.
I feel like
much
he's
about-
lower than mid.
Corky's lower than mid?
Yeah. I mean, maybe high mid if you got good items. The problem is like, the only build you're ever building him in is Meeple. And he is a better target than Gnar for items, but you get him much later than Gnar. But he's not a better target for items than Bard or Viegar for backliners. So, like, he can never be higher than B, is kind of my problem. So I'd maybe put him at the absolute bottom of B. Karma.
Karma's good.
I think Karma's S tier. She hits backliners and just instantly deletes them. She hits like a nuclear bomb. I actually don't even understand how she hits so hard. I'd probably put her... I'm gonna be real, I think she's the first person to maybe be competing with Talon and Pyke. She's definitely better than TF. As far as backliners go, I would accept an argument for her being better than Pyke or Talon. But Pyke or Talon could also get into the backline and execute her before she can pop off.
I think she's good there.
Kindred.
B.
I've had some pop-off games with Kindred, but it's so fucking situational. She could be crazy, but yeah, I feel like she's just high B. Probably right there. I mean, that's kind of the strength of Nova, though, is that, like, building Nova, you get a bunch of champions that buff your good champions to be even better, and all of the Novas are just okay. LeBlanc.
I know you're really into her.
No, so she has the same problem all the Arbiters have. She is only good if you can score specific Arbiter bonuses, and that's the only way she's good. So I actually say she suffers the same problem all of the Arbiters do, in that you just need the stars to align, but if you do, she's giga strong. Like, giga strong. So I'd probably put her, like, solidly B tier.
I can agree with that.
Master Yi. So, it's hard to want to put items on him because so many psionics are so good, but he's so strong, actually.
I think he's, like, low B to me.
Have you ever actually put items on him? Like the one that does the AoE every 4 attack or 3 attacks?
I just, like, I'd never have gotten an item that I would that I would rather not put on somebody else, right? Like,
That's the bigger problem, is like he's being crowded out because Psionic is actually like, here's the better way I'll put it. I think he's better than Gragas. He ends up being just as tanky as Gragas without the Gragas specific item.
okay, I can agree with that. I think he's better than Gragas too.
So, like, not low B, but I put him like
Mid-B?
right above Gragas.
Okay.
Nami.
Nami's busted.
Nami is kind of busted. She's really strong. I think her biggest weakness is that she doesn't have very many builds she fits into. So I'd probably put her highest of A or lowest of S.
I could agree with lowest of S. I think she's absurdly strong.
She's really strong. The bigger problem is Space Groovy's not good. Space Groovy, in my experience, is only playable in combo with Stargazer. And Stargazer is only playable under certain patterns. So, maybe if someone discovers a Replicator build, change my mind. But, yeah. Nunu and Wilhelm.
Also busted.
Yeah, he's probably a low S tier. He's fucking crazy. Maybe like right above. No, he's probably tied with Meepsy. Probably only losing to Meepsy a little bit just because Meepsy is a 2-cost. So it's like, come on, buddy. But he's fucking crazy. Rammus.
I think Rammus is just mid.
Even in Meeple, where he gets the most bonus, he is just mid, yeah. He's there to be there. Riven.
Riven's busted.
Riven is busted. I think she's middle of S.
She's one of the best ones to turn into a Space Groovy.
Agree. Actually, I'm gonna move her up to be on the same level as Talon and Pike.
Yeah.
Because she gets into the back line, and I don't even know why. Because her text doesn't even say she's supposed to. She just goes, fuck it, I'm ballin'. And, actually, so Pike and Talon are also busted to become Space Groovy.
Yep.
Space Groovy is one of the things where it's like, Space Groovy sucks a little bit, but turning like, there's like 10 champions that if you turn them into Space Groovies, become broken. And suddenly, Space Groovy is worth having just to make that one person stronger. Tom Kench. I think he is the worst epic in the entire game.
Really?
He is the worst epic in the entire game. He has the worst for a couple reasons. The Oracle trait is good, and that is the only reason you would include him. He is a bad frontliner who is the worst 3-star epic in the entire game. He is the only 3-star epic that does not automatically win you fights against people who do not have 3-star epics or legendaries. The base damage on his AoE on 3-star is 900. He does a 900 AoE as a 3-star. Epic. And he doesn't even heal a shitload. He heals 2,000 base as a 3-star. So, if he has healing reduction on him, he's still nukeable. Like, he's still nukeable. He's so bad. I think he's D tier. He's not useless, but he's like the worst. Like, you literally only include him because he generates you gold with Oracle. He's maybe C tier just because he gives you gold. But, like, by the time he shows up in the game, it's so, like, if you get him early, the Oracle is maybe, like, low B tier. But, like, unless you're lucky and want to use him in a comp, like, he's just bad. He's weak. He's so weak. He's so fucking weak is the biggest problem. And so, like, you end up only having him because he prints you gold.
I would say C's fine. D seems a bit much.
Mighty Mech.
I think we might have overhyped this one.
I also think we overhyped him. He's really fucking strong, but I think actually the weakness of taking up 2 slots was a bigger weakness than we initially estimated.
Yeah.
Especially because the other Mighty Mechs aren't that good.
Yeah, the other
They kind of like pull him down.
Yeah, they do.
And you want them to boost him. But, like, they're not that good. They're really not that good. He's actually best in a Voyager build.
Yep.
And then he's kind of nuts. But, like, yeah, he's probably, like, A tier. Low A tier. But,
Okay.
because he's still really strong. Zaya.
I think she can be strong.
I think she is the best Stargazer. Outside of Talon. For carry potential. I actually want to say she's S tier. Her attack, because her attacks can bounce into the back line. She's, I think, the lowest of S tier, though. I'm going to say, actually, yeah, she is the lowest of S tier, and I would move TF to be right in front of her. Because actually, I'm going to put TF behind Nami and Nunu. Because TF has the biggest weakness of having to front to back. So, Zaya, I think, is probably beating TF by one spot, just because Zaya can kill the back line through the front line. She has to get a little lucky, but it can happen. Also, it is much easier for her to do if you have Sniper activated. What were you doing with that?
I was just looking at your pumpkin.
Bard.
Bard, I think, is good. I think he's not... I don't think he's broken, but he's good.
Yeah, he's high A tier in my opinion.
That's probably a good spot for him.
He fucking, like, gives you... He does wacky shit. The only reason I don't think he's S is because, once again, I think he only works in a Meeple build. He's, like, so hyper-specific, like, there's no reason to build him. It's just Meeple's so good right now. Blitzcrank.
I think he's broken.
I don't even know why he's broken, but I agree. He shouldn't be doing anything, but, like, when you read his text, you're like, he should suck. And then he doesn't! He just doesn't! He just never dies with, like, no items. Like, I put no items on him half the game, and then I'm just like, how was he the last person to die? And, like, how did he CC the backline? He just is, and yeah, I'd say he's low S. He's so good, actually. Fiora.
I think she's good.
I think she's high S.
You think she's high S?
Dog, she is so goddamn nutty.
Yeah, are you not just saying that because you just got wrecked by a Fiora in the game you played?
No, I've been getting wrecked by Fioras in every game. And when I get Fiora, she's so good. She's a Nether champion that ends up in the backline for, like, no reason. And she snowballs so hard. She heals. Here's the thing. She does everything. She supports your team. She tanks for your team. She does damage for your team. She kills backlines and she kills tanks. There's nothing she doesn't do. Also, in a close game, she automatically wins you the fight. She is so good. I think she is actually the most S tier of S tier. I think she's better than... like, right now we have Talon as the most S tier. I think Fiora is the first person to dethrone Talon as the #1 S tier, in my opinion.
Oh, high praise.
Just skim over her text of her ability real quick again. To just, like... Every 2 attacks reveal a vital on a target. If a vital exists, dash to it dealing 40, 60, let's just not count the 3-star, but 40 or 60 bonus true damage, and heal for 15% of the damage dealt. 2 attacks happens very frequently when you build her right. So that happens just constantly, which makes her really hard to kill, and she shreds everyone because of it. Here's the kicker, though. Her active, which is only an 80 mana active, Reveal 6 vitals on a target. And we already know a vital does 60 true damage, scaling with AD. Reveal 6 vitals on a target and quickly attack them all. So she basically, like, instantly hits them all. I don't know if you've seen her do that. She also is untargetable while this is happening. So she can dodge damage. And she de-aggroes when this happens. She de-aggroes when this happens. And we know what happens when champions have things that make them de-aggro. Silly shit happens. You remember Fizz? She basically Fizz from last set, but with more hyper carry potential. If the target dies, the remaining vitals move to a new target. So she never wastes damage. Upon striking the final vital, create a 2-hex aura that heals all allies for 15% of damage dealt. Or no, yeah, for 15% of AP over 5 seconds. So she heals allies, including herself. She's crazy. I think she's the most... She might even need a nerf. Just because she does... Like, she might be the first person that goes in needs nerf category. But I'm putting her at top of S.
Okay.
Unless you want to try and dethrone her.
I'm good.
Graves.
I think Graves is the worst legend in the game.
I agree, he's F tier. I think we put him low before. I'm putting him lower. Jin.
Jin good.
Jin very good. I think he's probably like low S to maybe mid S.
I could argue like mid S.
Because like, he hit backline good. He hit backline good through frontline. Also, he fit in many builds. He fit in many builds. You'd think he only fit in Darkstar build, but he fit in very many builds. Morgana.
I just don't know.
She seems very, very fine. The thing is, she's like weirdly a mid-range frontliner. She's not the frontliner, but she's also not a backliner. You put her between the backline and your frontline. You put her between them. And she's like fine. I feel like she's just B tier.
Yeah.
She's not as bad. I think we ranked her bad before, but she's, like, just fine. Shen. He's also kind of just fine.
Yeah.
He's probably right there with her. Sona.
Another one I think that is just fine.
She's, I think, kind of worse than fine because she doesn't do dick on her own, and the only value she gives is her commands, and they're not consistent. You get a random command.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not what you're looking for. Sometimes they are, and then she might even be A tier. But, like, she's so random, and her herself is bad. Vex.
I think Vex is solidly A.
I think she's solidly A too. Probably, like, mid-A. Zed.
I have no idea. I've never gotten his fucking augment.
Okay, so I have a slightly expanded view. I think I voted Zed F tier before. I think he's solidly B tier, and here's why. Or maybe even C tier. He's not bad. And with items, he can be broken, right? But he has... the only reason to have him is because you're creating a broken item combo. And sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes you just can't do it. He's already situational, and then you have to have further situationals. He is really broken with all sorts of items, specifically artifact or radiant items, right? Any radiant or artifact or divine item has the potential to be broken because most of the time you're only expected to have one of them on your team. Well, he can very easily create a situation where you have like 5 of them on your team, right? So like certain support augment or support artifacts and support radiants and support divine artifacts become really broken on him. but it's so situational. So I feel like he's like low B, high C.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna just safely put him at high C. He can go up to S tier, but like only if you have like God mode items, and it's just too situational. Last person, Bai and Bayan. I think we put them at like B tier because they're just a summon. They're fine. They're not carrying the game, but they're there and they're free if you have them. So
yeah,
they're probably like mid B.
okay. No, that's the list.
That's the list, and let's compare. Let's see who ended up at the same spots. Okay, we're not going to be able to fit these on the screen, so you'll just have to take our word for it. So, who moved the most? We actually decided no one needs nerfs. Victor got pushed out of S tier. And I think it's because we realized Victor can't hit backliners reliably. He's really good, but I think by our new metric, to be S, you have to be able to fuck up backliners. I never take your word for it. Smart. So our S tier changed a lot.
Yeah, we booted Victor down, we booted Aurora down, Nami and Riven got to stay, Mordekaiser got booted much down, Pike stayed, Alawi got booted down, and then
Bard got booted down. So only 3 people kept S tier. Our S tier grew a lot, actually.
The S tier grew a lot.
And I think it's mostly because when we were first playing, people were not building tanks properly, so we didn't realize how important it was to be able to punch through tanks or ignore them. And I think that is probably the most valuable thing right now, which is why these people are all good. I would say easily Riven, Pike, and Talon are the most obviously good. And then A tier. Our A tier actually is about the same size, but it got different.
Alright, yeah, let's see. So, Gwen moved.
Down.
Yeah, Gwen got moved down. MF got booted way the fuck down.
Yeah, she's useless.
Aatrox got booted down. Ez...
We kept Ez in A tier, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And then that one's Rek'Sai.
Yep, stayed in A tier.
Akali got booted down.
Yeah, Akali is really only there for precision.
Jax got booted down.
We kept Jinx in.
Yeah.
I would actually say I kind of want to. I don't know. Jinx is really good, but she is situational. She has S tier capability inside her build.
We booted down Asol.
Asol got booted down.
We had a lot more people in C's and D's, and what happened is most people moved up, and everyone coalesced into B tier.
Yeah, because, like, honestly, the truth is, this set is really balanced, with most people just being kind of mid. Like, if you have to put items on them, I guess they're fine, but, like, you're trying to move the items from these people to someone else. Or some of these people require hyper-specific situations to be able to keep items. Let's see, our F tier changed completely. Not one person in our F tier originally is in our F tier now.
Yeah, we were just haters the first time.
Yeah, we were just haters. I think this is accurately F tier though. There's not very many, but these people are just they lack a reason. They just lack a reason. I think that's what our F tier is. They lack a reason. D tier is they're just kind of bad. Like, you'll use them because they have a place. Like, you want to use them to activate a thing, but if you could get away with not using them, you'd never use them. That's what D tier is. So, like, before we just... I think we were... So, this is interesting. Almost all of the people that moved to F tier were in D tier, except for Graves. Now, most of our D tier actually moved to B tier.
Yeah, because we were haters.
We were haters. I think this is a way better list. And I'm good. You know what? Let's give the TFT crew some credit. No one, I think, needs a nerf.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty solid.
Yeah. There's no one in the game that I'm just like, oh, they're being abused.
Yeah, everyone kind of, there's just a bunch of people that could use some buffs. Some adjustments.
God, I have such a pain in my neck.
Are we gonna play a game now?
Yes, let's play TFT now.
It took so long.
It did take an hour. Oh, I'm gonna splash some water in my face to cool off. It's hot in here. Okay. Also, given our expanded understanding of the game, I expect us to perform better. Because I also, you know what I also think we were doing too much when we were first playing? Valuing the wide builds. I don't think they're nearly as good as we thought they were. I think the strength they actually had in the early is that they have very little weaknesses, but they also have very little strengths. They're just fine all around. So when people are trying out a lot of things and aren't optimizing their builds to have extreme strengths, it ends up meaning that you don't have that many weaknesses to it, or that you don't have that many of your lack of strengths being exploited.
No heart binds me. You will know your place.
I've got this space-time on lock.
We'll just grab all of this because all of it could be good. Offering me a Rost early is like kind of tempting, but again, like I just the biggest difference I have now is there's no builds that I kind of want to go that have room for Rost. Oh, that's a really good item for Ezreal. If I oh. Okay, well let's look at Stargazer. Stargazer is kind of a just fine Stargazer. We could have Primordia right now. Let's just keep our options open for that. Let's go ahead and take the Leona just in case.
I've got this space time on lock.
I am going groovy.
Groovy. Okay, if we took Frontline Foundation and we got Cho'Gath, the game is over. What one-cost tanks are there? There's Cho'Gath, there's Rek'Sai. Who else is one-cost tank? I think we take Frontline Foundation because we wouldn't be mad with either. There's Leona. We got Poppy. You know what? Not mad. We'll go Meeple. It's not what we were initially planning, but we'll go Meeple. I'm sorry, tell me again what you were going?
Groovies.
Groovies. We got a Bastion emblem. That's not as cool. Because, like, you want Gwen?
Yeah.
May I jump in?
Just we might as well put it on him for now. The problem is, like, we don't really care about Bastion that much because we get a second Bastion anyways. So for this Bastion emblem to really be useful, we're going to need to put a third Bastion in. Which, I mean, we could fit. We could fit another Bastion in. To not... The problem is... Okay, maybe we put Aatrox in. Yeah, we put Aatrox in. So that we can activate Nova with something else to, like, get advantage of that effect. Yeah, that's what we do. And then, who else do we throw in? We could throw in...
Is Aso the only god who's also a champion?
I think so. Actually, yeah. Let's see. We could throw in Caitlyn if we wanted to boost Corki. But, like, do we want to boost Corki? I don't think so. Right? So what is the other replicator that... Or, I mean, Nova we throw in? We could throw in... There's no rogue. We have a Marauder... What do we have? We have a Marauder, a Bastion, a Challenger, a Fate Weaver, and a Brawler. None of those trigger anything. Except Fate Weaver. So maybe we say just throw in Caitlyn because precision? Or I mean, Akali. Maybe we just throw in Akali because precision. Because it would help out Viegar. And then we wouldn't have to put a Jeweled Gauntlet on him. And he's not even very good with a Jeweled Gauntlet. I think, yes. I think that's what we do. Because we'll get maximum damage output by having these people. And she sucks, but she's a frontline body. Whereas Caitlyn sucks and isn't even a frontline body.
Yeah, I think Aso wins.
Yeah, that definitely is better.
Influence grows.
Ooh, free fizz. Free fizz. Nice, a free fizz. Oh, and we can turn a collie into the Bastion. Unless would it make more sense to turn someone else? Maybe we turn Fizz into the Bastion so he's really hard to kill. What do you think, Gabs? Or we could turn Meepsy into a Bastion.
I think Meepsy Bastion sounds strong.
Yeah. Meepsy is already a really good tank. Oh my god, you got the Groovy Talon?
He's holding it for Riven.
Okay, I mean, still, Groovy Talon is crazy. Groovy Riven's might be crazier, but Groovy Talon's still pretty good. I carried my last game with Groovy Talon. Fuck yeah. Alright, we'll throw Meepsy down and put a Bastion emblem on him. And then definitely this Giant's Belt. The sword and glove we have aren't very helpful. We're super fine with loose spraying in the early here because, like I said, alls we have to do is hit our 7 meeple as fast as we possibly can, and then we will just get everything we want. Like, everything we want just gets printed for us. Oh man, we were gonna win this one if it weren't for the reinforcements. Very sad. Wow, and they struggle to kill me still. We're very tanky, actually. There's an R. Boom. And we've got 5 meeple already. We just need our Corky Ramus Bard, which we will trade out Gnar for Corky if we find, or when we find them. That's what you do. In my opinion, anyways. And boom, we hit 50 gold, which also activated our quest. So we can fuck yes. And these are very good. Okay, let's... We really have 0 use for the sword, so let's reforge the sword. Okay, chain vest is better, but still not great. Huh, they made Steadfast Heart much worse, so I'm probably not going to use Steadfast Heart, given that information.
Saved your life.
Yes, you did. No. No. Ooh. Ooh. We have to take Cybernetic Uplink. The mana gen is too good. Oh, and there's a collie. Yes, we got a Tear of Goddess. Was that part of it? Yes. Okay, so we can do another Archangel Staff on Viegar. And then we'll think about it. We'll think about these other items. You want another Gwen?
May I jump in?
We haven't found Aatrox. Easy. Yeah, those bullets. And we're turning it around. We're turning it around, and we haven't even made it to the 7 meeple. Ooh. You want Ornn?
Yes.
You'll get it in 2 turns. Put a collie down, and then let's just roll a little bit, just so we can maybe find...
Let's end this.
Okay, we didn't find it. That's sad. That's real sad. I was about to say, I just want an Aatrox. And we don't want to get too much higher without finding Aatrox, because things might get really sad for us. Like, really sad. Oh, someone else has some meeple and has a lucky early Corki. Nice. Viegar is just fucking slapping. Gain 4. I mean, do I get to pick or is it random?
It's random.
It's totally random?
Yes.
Then I'd probably just rather have the 10 gold. I guess we're locked into... I don't know what Aurelian Soul's thing is, so... I guess we're gonna find that out, since we're locked into Aurelian Soul. I've never gotten Aurelian Soul's final thing before. Because, honestly, normally I just don't pick them. But those were some really bad options. 8 rerolls or a random component.
Random component.
I'd probably take the same thing. It's just... Oh, there's an Aatrox. Okay. Now we'll start rolling again. Our items are looking a little unfortunate.
Can I have that glove?
Yes. Another bow? Are you fucking with me?
No. No, I'm not.
You know what? Maybe I have to put items on Gnar. Maybe I have to put items on Gnar.
Can I have the rod?
Yeah. I hate you a little bit. You're just fucking with me.
I'm sorry, I don't want them either.
Okay, I mean, I guess we go for a red buff.
9 golds or a random component.
Random component. Okay, and we get a Rage Blade for Gnar too. And I guess we'll also make a Titan's Resolve for Gnar. Because it's actually better than a Kraken's for stacking damage. And then...
I'm so sorry, you're gonna have to wait. I know, I'm a bastard.
Okay, and you know what, we'll dip in a little just so we can have that. And that gives us our minimal Nova, which means we'll get our Shred and our Precision now. Okay, Gnar just won that fight for me, and he's a little one-star Gnar. I guess we're keeping Gnar over Corki now. Oh wait, the meeps do it per second, not per attack? That's a lot worse. But the meep damage does scale with your attack speed. So they will do more damage each second the more attack speed you have. But it is locked to per second.
They have it coming.
God damn it, it's just giving me more bows. I hate this. Okay, we need a tier. Yes! Okay, we have our perfect... I think this, to me, is your perfect item combo in this set for APCs. I think your APCs should always look like this. Now, the question here is, do I put a Nashor's Tooth on Meepsy? I feel like that's retarded. But also, like, yes. That's an equally bad item for me, but whatever. Oh! Okay. Damn, we got owned by Lysandra. We just need to find our other meeple, and the game is ours. Okay, let's see. Okay, I feel like I take Belt Overflow just because I need tank items. And I need them kind of bad. So I'm going to take Belt Overflow. You happen to want a Fiora?
No. I want Shen and Blitzcrank.
Shen and Blitzcrank. Okay. Let's hope we find another tier so we can put a Spirit on Meepsy. That's kind of what we're hoping. And then maybe we can re-roll these last two items. Oh no, reinforcements. Okay. Oh! Fuck, we were so close. We were so close, even with the reinforcements. Okay, there's a Meepsy. Lily? Be quiet. You're not getting fed until this game is over. It would be great if we could find Rammus. But also, we're aiming for levels because it's way more likely we find those epics we need at level 8. It would also be nice if we could tier up Gnar, actually. Because he's actually doing shitloads of damage for us. And he's a 1-star. So... Oh no, those reinforcements. Okay, we're fucked. We're definitely not beating the reinforcements. That was not good. Alright. We're getting dragged down by Gabby. We're getting dragged down by Gabby, but it's fine. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, let's see. None of these are good. Do you need a Shen or a Jen?
I need Shen.
Oh, we got the gold right away. This is not gas. It's just not gas. Also, these items we're getting are so bad. They're so bad. Oh my god, you got me Ramus. That's so good. Boo. Yeah. We're just putting items to have items. Okay, we will throw out Corky just to have Corky until we find Bard. Come on, no, we got this. Oh, fucking reinforcements. I literally killed their last person and the reinforcements still came in. Of course the reinforcements are just 5 Zeds! What does this even do? Choose one of 3 quests to prove yourself to Aurelian Soul.
I'm 3 away from Kench. Not that that would do anything.
No, it literally doesn't. There you go. Okay, we have to be able to survive at least one more. Or... I don't know.
2 away from Tom.
We really, really, really need to level up. We'll just level up next con, or yeah, we can. It just won't be very good. Oh no, we're getting owned. This is not close. Fucking Nunu. Oh, and the reinforcements. Yeah. Okay, 2 5s, completed item.
2 5s.
We would have preferred to have gotten lucky and activated this way fucking sooner. But hey. Beggars, choosers, all that nonsense. Cannot believe we didn't... we're kind of incredibly unlucky. Like, our Gnar is still 1 star.
I still have a 1-star Nasus.
Yeah, that's crazy. We both got fucked on some of our find. Okay, we're getting swarmed by the ninjas. Too many ninjas.
I'm getting reinforced on.
Okay, no, we got owned.
Oh,
The like 10 copies of the ninja. So this is what I mean by, so this is a situation where items make Zed busted. They got Edge of Night, double Spear of Sojin, which means every Zed is essentially guaranteed to duplicate a copy of itself, right? That was just variance. We're going to chalk that up to variance.
You feed the baby, I'll do the litter box.
Alright.
It's the little can, so you're going to need to give her an extra scoop of dry food. It's from our old stock. You're spilling so much.
She's tripped me.
She tripped you?
Yeah, she tripped me. Trying to make me kill you. That's what you're doing. You're trying to make me step on you and kill you. You know that's what she's doing, right? She's trying to make sure that I kill her.
Excuse you, wait.
I must pee. I must pee. I must pee. I'm so hydrated.
Go pee, dickhead.
Ahem.
Didn't even fill up your water bottle.
My water bottle's like half full. Also, I'm so hydrated. I'm gushing water. Okay. Chalk that one up to variance. We can do better. We will do better. Wait.
How did you break it?
I turned on the wrong VPN node. Okay. Sorry. That was a weird visual bug for a second. Okay, Kale Ari. These are actually pretty good comparables. But I feel like Kale wins out 99% of the time because she gives you a fucking Radiant item. Like, how do you not go for Kale? The biggest problem with Kale is that it's incredibly unfair and random. One of the worst stargazers this game. That is, unless we can get the Jax augment, and then it becomes one of the best.
They'll have to get through me.
I'll savor this.
Although we're not gonna book on that, and we're just gonna get rid of them because they're bad. Fine. So fine.
Everybody panic. Out of my way.
If I could get those, but then, I mean, those would be a good start too.
I am feeling Stargazer snipers.
Let's try this. So, I guess we aim for Pantheon Jinx, right? Oh, nice. Yeah, Pantheon Jinx, because of the way that shook out. So, won't use you. Definitely not going to use Gwen. And then let's see, what do we probably want to throw in like Primordia with it so that we increase our odds of starring them up. And we'll get Challenger. Yeah, we'll get Challenger Brawler that way, too.
You're not laughing.
We'll throw Ezreal in, but we'll try and replace it with Riven later.
No time to waste.
Let's go ahead and do this, just so we have that time breaker now. Because it'll give us those extra rewards for losses and wins now. Easy. Okay, normally I would want the kale, like, without a doubt. But I kind of want to level up to, like, level up a little. But then again, items. We need items. Fuck it, let's go for Ari. I want Ari. Oh, there's a Pantheon. It's throwing a free Pantheon at us. Definitely need those free Pantheons. Because we can get 6 pretty easy here. And that way we can... Actually, fuck it. We're going to go for 6 right now so that we maximize our 2 cost find rate so we can 3-star these at the highest yield. Okay. The Fizz Talon immediately unfair. Immediately unfair, and I dislike that greatly. You're a criminal. A criminal. Nice. None of these are super helpful. Would really, you know what? We need to... Ooh. That activates an anima for us. Are you using Nami?
No.
Having anima early is also really good because we can get our anima items stacking up. We basically have all sorts of different... We get free stuffs. Nice. Nice. I really want that last Primordia, though. Oh my god, I greeted for it and was punished. Didn't find it. I really want that last Primordia so I could be getting free 1s and 2s. Oh my god, wait, what? We got the Riven already. That's kind of stupid, Lucky. That's kind of stupid, Lucky. We're not finding Rek'Sai, but we got an early as fuck Riven. Oh, those reinforcements fucked me in the worst kind of way. Those were bogus reinforcements. Wait a minute, what? Why spend? We're doing that.
Everybody panic.
You taking Tom Kench?
No.
My god doesn't want peace.
Good W, good W.
You're not laughing.
There's a Rek'Sai. You knew Nunu will hump?
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay, look, we'll put this out for now because I'd rather have it than Time Breaker right now because I want those free 1s and 2s more than anything. Nice. Nice. We're pogging. Pog. We're gonna get stuck with Ari, but we have to do it. 7 rerolls is too good. These are all dog water champion picks. Eight rerolls or a random component.
Also gas cloud.
Random
They smell
component.
like
Okay. We're 3 away on both of them now. Then we get our big ass reward, whatever that is.
I'll savor this.
2 away on Pantheon. Oh my god, another Riven. Okay, our front line got annihilated way too quick, and our back line got annihilated by okay, the purple's team with the fizz plus talent is a little fucked up. That's a little fucked up. I gotta admit. It's just fucked up.
Two lesser champion duplicators or a component amble?
Give me the lesser duplicators. Okay. Boom. That's one of them. Now we just need one more Jinx. One more Jinx. Uh-oh, reinforcements coming. Oh, and they landed directly on my bitch. Why? Damn. Damn. Damn them to hell. God damn, they have a 3-star Rek'Sai already? Guess I'm not getting Rek'Sais. No. Save tech, because we want the Jinx one. There's the Jinx. There's our special loot orbs. A Radiant Thieves Glove. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll put a Radiant Thieves Glove on Pantheon. And an Artifact Anvil. Okay. So, we got a golden remover, so we can... We'll do the fish bones. Is Rageblade even actually good on Jinx?
Okay, I have a belt.
I just used it.
Oh,
Sorry.
you take me.
Okay. I feel like Last Whisper is probably better on Jinx. I feel like... Because, let's be real, how much attack speed is it? 35, which means it takes 5 seconds to add one more attack with Rageblade. That's not good. That's not good. I think I'd rather have penetration. No, Radiant Rascal, having two of them on the team. We'll put the other one on Riven. Yeah, we'll definitely put Last Whisper on you. I feel like, do we re-roll the Rageblade? Like, the Rageblade can't actually be very good, because it's not good on...
My god doesn't want
It's not really good on... Okay, we're gonna re-roll. We have 7 re-rolls. Okay, we gotta be able to do better than that. Yeah, that's gotta be better. And we'll re-roll this. It's also gotta be better. Just want the Jinx item. Okay. I think we became very strong, Gabby. I think we fulfilled our quest and became very strong. I think our strategy of what we were doing was very correct. I feel like we were very much not punished.
I go where my research takes me.
Oh my god.
No looking back.
Yeah. Oh my god. And we get to just roll for stars because we that's how we gain experience. God damn our Pantheon. Okay, we're getting close to our goal, but also we're simultaneously far away because we're not losing anymore. What are your big needs?
Nunu, Zaya, Jin.
Jin.
Money.
Yeah, let's take the money. We went all Ari. Which is unusual. We normally don't choose anything over Kale, but like, we needed the rerolls in gold, and we're not going to be mad about it, especially because I think her boon gives you 2 experience every round, and we're already stacking experience from a lot of other, like, alternate sources. You need Zaya, you said?
Yeah.
Let's get this over with.
It's going to be a while, but I got a Zaya for you.
Do you want an Aurora?
Yeah, I'll take Aurora's. We're gonna try and get all of the anima out there that we can. Not that you can actually get the 6 without an emblem, but still, they're just good and they activate other stuff. Get fucked, Pink. No! That was bullshit. Nothing hit her that should have done that amount of damage. Nothing. She took all her damage or all her life bar from auto attacks in like an instant. She should be able to carry. I'm telling you, they do some kind of nerf when a unit gets outnumbered, where they just auto lose. If anyone's gonna be losing, it should be me, not you, because I get stuff for losing.
Well, I'm not trying to lose.
Oh no, okay, I mean that was a loss. Radiant Gargoyles is fucking crazy on the Mighty Mech, admittedly. But hey, that put me up to the 200, which normally gives me the option to get the item that I want.
Relax a little.
You will be destroyed.
I go where my research takes me.
It didn't give me an... Oh, I have to get to 300 to be given the option. I see. We'll just lock it there for a second. Oh, wait, no, here it is, Rocket Swarm. Take all. It did give me the option to cash out, it was just really delayed. Don't need that. Because it's already
Let's get this over
restarted.
with.
Boom. We got our rocket barrage, the item we really wanted for our Jinx. Now she has 45% increased damage. God, I'm so much stronger all of a sudden. Oh! Fuck you, Ribbon. She switched targets to kill right as she was queuing up to fire her barrage, which would have just incinerated everyone. 3 4s or component anvil.
Let's go for the 4s.
And boom, an Aurora. Ugh. Okay, if the other person who has Riven can get knocked out, we have a real chance. We're 4 Rivens away. Who has the Riven? Okay, it's the Pinks. And they have 3 Rivens. So they have 3 of the 4 Rivens that I need. And 3 of the 5 left in the game. Uh-oh. Oh no, we got owned by Vex! Damn it! The Pinks, they're overthrowing us! Okay. They're not overthrowing the purples.
Hi. 3 4s or component anvil?
Who's a death?
3 4s.
I go where my research takes me.
Okay. Goddamn purples. It's gonna suck if it knocks us into the red. Oh, I'm getting reinforced on. Oh, it's definitely gonna knock us into the red, and the Pinks are winning. We're fucked. Our only chance was beating the Pinks. The Pinks are on a comeback while we're on a downfall.
I go where my research takes me. Let's get this over with.
So hungry.
Very, very sad. Very sad. We're very sad. I'm fighting the on fire purple. There's just no shot. They just 3-starred the Mighty Mech as I went into them. Gabby, we're so unlucky. I have a god game. A god game. And it doesn't matter because I get overthrown by bad luck and fighting purples who 3-star a Mighty Mech. Really? That's incredible. I feel the intense need to blame you.
Why?
I don't know, because I don't know what else to blame if it like.
They got a 3-star Mighty Mech.
Yeah, but why were we losing to the Pinks? Like, why were we losing to the Pinks? My team had 2 fucking Rascal gloves. My whole team was like fucking 3-star. If we could have just knocked out the Pinks, I would have 3-starred fucking Riven, like, no problem. It's just so sad there. I had the items that I wanted. All my units were nutso. I just don't know what else we could have done. The stream robots are so odd. Why do they all want me to add them on Discord? I'm not adding bots on Discord. Like, that's insane. I'm not doing it. Like, y'all all have the exact same, like, chat message, too. It's crazy. So it's, like, super obvious y'all aren't just, like, socially maladjusted people trying to make friends on the internet. Y'all are, like, using a fucking template. Double Victor. Oh, and it's good. Psionics. We might have to go Psionic.
I was also thinking Psionic.
But it gave me 2 Victors.
It gave me a Pike and a Gragas.
Maybe I could just send you the Victors. You want the Victors?
I don't want the Victors.
Okay, take the Victors.
Hell yeah, brother.
You do already have a Pike and a Gragas. It's easier for you to send, or for me to send you the Victors than to get the Pike.
Hold on. What are your items?
Just a recurve bow and a Negatron
No,
cloak.
the Psionic.
Oh. The malware matrix and the sympathy implant.
Oh, you have better items than me.
What do you have?
I have the biomatter preserver and the drone uplink.
No, I think you have better items.
I unironically think it might be better for you to go Psionic.
I mean, mine are good, but I don't know if they're better. If you look, here's the thing. Right now, if you think you want me to go the Psionic, send me the Pike. If you want me to go the Psionic instead of you. And tell me now so I can choose my augment accordingly.
I sent you the Pike.
Okay. Then I am going to take the Divine Artifact here. Because if I can get... Yeah, we got Varus's Obsession. Which is so good.
I'm gonna go Fate Weaver Stargazer.
You're gonna go what?
Fate Weaver Stargazer.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna... So we're actually gonna want, like, Yi. Because this item is so good on Yi. So we'll put other items on Pike later. But for now, this is pretty good. But we're going to want Groggus and Yi.
Can I have that bow?
I guess you can. I'll have time to work for a Rage Blade later.
Okay, yeah, that pike is looking pretty ridiculous already.
Yep. There's so many divine items that are OP on Pike, so I was like, oh, there's Grogass.
So hungry.
In classic fashion, we are going to try to get, we're going to try and get, Primordial on the board, because it helps tier up our Pikes and our Grogasses. Also, we'll get Marauder activated. And Brawler activated.
Let's go.
Just go Kale. That's a terrible quest. Terrible quest. Oh, Pike. Cool. We won't keep Primordian, though. Because I don't think there's enough of a reason to have Primordians. We'll actually go, like, I think we'll try and throw out Aurora, Alawi, Fiora as people on our team. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll try and get Aurora, Fiora, and Alawi. And then we'll also try and get, as a Conduit Vanguard with Alawi, we'll try and get a Mordekaiser on the board. Fuck yeah. Uh-oh, reinforcements. But we killed all of their initial forces. Ugh! We bugged out a little there, or else I think we actually could have dueled them down.
So hungry.
Actually, you know what? This is a much better item than the actual psionic item. And we'll put this malware matrix on Briar for right now. Because it doesn't even have a doesn't even actually have a synergy effect until 4. So we have to, until we have Yi, which is the better target for it anyways, it doesn't even actually have a psionic synergy. Okay. We do this, I think. Okay, a bow. Rage Blade? No Rage Blade. There we go. Okay. That'll be our tempies. That'll be our tempies. Fuck yeah, Pike. Slap ass. Alright, Primordia. Gift us with extra pikes. Gift us with extra pikes. I like that shiv, but also it's bad with how we're gonna position. No, we'll take partial ascension. Partial ascension's pretty alright. We want those voyages. So we'll grab, I mean, that's a lucky Mighty Mech. We'll just grab that. Because we're not keeping, like, any of these Primordians in the long run. We will swap them all out for other things.
Let's finish this quickly.
And see, that's why you position like that. Damn. So it's not 3 on a target, it's 3 on any targets? Yeah, every third cast on anyone. Reduces our target's armor by 2. 0.7 second cooldown. So every 3 seconds, it could be 8. If proccing at maximum rate. Okay, we're getting fucking owned. Fucking owned. This is a speed run to 4th place. Did everyone else go psionic? Just like literally everyone? Okay, let's take that. Take the Victor. Two lesser duplicators or a component anvil?
Duplicators.
Maybe it doesn't make sense to do the anima. We could do minimal Nova with Maokai. I don't know. Well, that fucked us up.
Two lesser champion duplicators or a component animal.
Give us a component anvil. We need 2 rods now. It would be really nice if we found Yi. Just exceptionally nice if we found Yi. So far, having these Primordians isn't really doing anything for us. As soon as we find Yi, we're selling them and swapping game plans. You need Samira?
No.
Fuck me. Our front line is just inadequate. Frustrating. Frustrating. More frustrating.
Let's go.
Okay. We made our switch.
Where my research takes me.
Yes! Okay. Switch is successful so far. Let's try and re-roll this. Not very good. We need a rod. Oh, your team is looking real fucking bad. Just under-leveled as fuck. God damn it. They have the Jax. And it annihilated my bitch ass.
Make thyself devout, and eternal life is granted.
It's the Fiora we wanted. Okay. Wow, that just wasn't even close. They just have, everyone has so many star levels, and I just fucking don't. Also, we were gonna get reinforced on in just like a couple seconds anyways. You want Zaya?
No.
I thought you said you were going snipers.
No. That was last game.
What the fuck are you just going stargazers, right?
Stargazer Fate Weaver, yeah.
Oh, Fate Weaver.
Come on. Come on. Oh.
Oh my god, that was barely. Dude, my Victor is just not doing shit.
The unrighteous will
That's super unfortunate. so not good. We can't start anything up.
Need help?
Nope, I'm losing.
Okay, we're lost.
I couldn't star up anything. Like anything at all. My team was all 1 star basically. Like, I mean, that was just horrific. I had such a good opener and then couldn't star up anything. 1 star Yi, 1 star Mighty Mech, 1 star Mordekaiser, 1 star Fiora. And like fucking too many people took Pike. Like there was a 3-star Pike there. 2 different Victors. I couldn't go for Voyagers either, because look how many Voyagers got taken. They also had Yi.
Yep.
I just got my shit absolutely yanked.
I have to admit, I think that's all my stamina for getting my ass owned in TFT. We just got demoted.
No, we gotta play again.
I don't want to play again.
I mean, he is S tier. That's why 3 people went Pike. We just got cannibalized on the we couldn't get the Pikes. So this person got all the Pikes. So they kind of outgapped everyone else who was going Pike. But look, we have a Pike, the blue team has a Pike, and the purple team has a Pike. There's only 1 team in the entire game that didn't have a Pike. Like, that's how S tier Pike is. Pike is on every team except 1. And they still subbed for 2 Pike alternatives with Fizz and Riven. Now we gotta do at least 1 more. This was kind of a combo, so like, the biggest problem was, not only did I get my shit yanked, but Gabby also got her shit yanked. That's why we finished bottom. Because the purple team, if you notice, they just took all the stuff both of us wanted, but were luckier. Also, they got better items, and better augments. Like, the purple team got to have the 3-star Jax and the Jax augment. The purple team, both people on the purple team took my Yis, and Yi was going to be one of my carries. The purple team took my Pike, 3-starred it, so I couldn't, and took my Auroras, and took my Meepsies, and took my Karmas, so I couldn't have Voyagers. And they got the better item for Pike from Psionic. Man, not only did the Stargazers that stole Gabby's shit get luckier and get a better augment for Stargazers, they also got a Stargazer emblem, which meant they got to include or I guess Gabby also got a star. Wait, was it the one that gives you Stargazer emblems? Was that the one?
Yes.
Okay. You should always pair that with Groovy. Just as a future note. It's better with Groovy, and then you go Sniper Groovy. It's not as good with Fate Weaver. Because, like, you just don't have any frontline when you do it that way. But the problem was less that she played the less optimal version of the build, and more that we both got our shit yanked. Like, the purple team yanked our shit so hard. And a matter of fact, the fact that the blue team and the purple team, or I mean the blue team and the yellow team, were also competing with the purple team is probably the only reason the purple team isn't first place. Word on the street is Helldiver recently added mechs that are good. Helldivers has not been too fun the last few times I've tried to play it. This is a laser mech or something. Exo breakthrough. Brandishing a flat cannon and a ballistic shield. Wait, a flat cannon and a ballistic shield? Why would a mech need a shield? I don't know, part of the problem with new content too is like when I was playing, it's not much of a problem because like, okay, a war bond is added. I'm playing, so I just get the war bond. But because I'm not playing now, if I want access to the new fun stuff, I have to pay money and then farm to unlock the stuff. So it's like the new fun content is still gatekept behind money and playtime. Not one or the other, both. Skill issue, yeah. Sidearms, stratagems. They undid the unpopular resupply climbing thing. That's at least something, making the flag somewhat interesting that you become aggroed. Is this a super heavy flamer? It's a backpack flamer? That seems like it's just bad. That's gotta just be bad. I mean, I'll admit the new mechs look cool, but it's just, I'm also like, I'd have to buy it and then play to unlock it. It's literally the biggest thing that like, if this was just free content added, oh my god, I'd open it right now to try it. Alright. One more and then you're released. We can't lose every game.
We've done it before.
We have done it before. Like, you can't, our duos can't be stuck in silver when I'm rushing through gold. It's just not allowed. It's free, you just gotta work in the super cred mines. I mean, yeah, but that's why I say it's like not really free. It's like a bunch of grinding or money and a bunch of grinding. Like, no matter what, you have to grind a lot. Ooh, the psionic are good items. I got the best items for psionic, but also
No
it
time to
could
waste.
go a lot of things. Definitely not using that.
Finish this quickly.
Okay, what is Stargazer? It's the attack speed one. I don't really like that one. When you release Gabby, you should try the Vampire Crawler demo. Okay, I'll try the Vampire Crawler demo. Ooh. An early allowy. If we got lucky and got the other animas, walking out of minions with anima is really, really good.
I've got this space-time on lock.
Yeah, we'll take Pandora's. That's definitely better than those other things.
I am going Vanguards.
Vanguards. You want Leona?
Yes.
They'll have to get through me.
What are you going?
Really, really feeling psionic, I guess. Yeah,
Do you want Gragas or Pikemore?
Pike more. Then yeah, we'll just stack Voyagers because we got the best possible thing for Pike. So we just want Voyagers on top of it.
Meet your fate.
That's a good start. Oh, what did you get for your Arbiter? That's terrible.
I'm only going Mythical Arbiter.
Still, that's terrible. A 18% chance for a reroll for one free reroll per champion death. That's just god awful. There wasn't better options than that?
Gave me a reroll.
Okay. That's an Archangel's. Then we want probably, I think ideally, a Knight's Edge IE on Pike. Damn reinforcements. Cucked me right there. Cucked me.
You should be used to that by now.
Yeah, Yeah, I am. I really am. Coming in last minute, stopping me from winning. Not even last minute, last second.
Hello. Yeah, definitely Echo.
Yeah, Echo's too good. It's really, really hard to turn down Echo. Do you want Zoe?
No.
No, placeholder.
Yeah, she's a placeholder for LeBlanc.
My cannon is invisible again.
It'll do that.
Whoa, I gotta... Are these bots following me every time they show up? I just realized I got another follower. But it's definitely just these bots. I just keep getting followed by bots. It's so weird. Like, it's actually just bizarre. Oh, barely a win, but a win. They mad. They mad about that one. I know they are. That was like a dirty win. Oh! Booyah.
Did you want Voyager?
Yes, I do want Voyagers.
Do you want Aurora?
Yeah, I'll take Aurora. Okay.
Meet your fate.
That's Voyager, minimum Voyager, and we'll just keep stacking Voyager. We get our minion round with the crabs.
Knowledge is power. Try reading a book.
Alright, we just need an armor. I'm a little surprised that we only got 2 items? What's so good about the crabs if we only got 2 items?
I don't know. Can I have that tier?
Yeah, you can have the tier. I have Pandora's, so...
Okay, cool. Can you make me a cloak?
I'll try. Whew. Whew. Good shit. Slappy, slappy. Overkill. No, no. No. Divine artifacts. Soraka's Miracle is pretty good. Let's take Soraka's Miracle. That's a really good one. We'll put that on Mordekaiser. Ah! Fuck!
They'll have to get through me.
Just a bow, not very good. Oop. Good old Pike flipped him into the AoE for Victor, too. If we could, you know, star up our Pike, that would be pretty fucking cool. Instead of having a 1-star Pike all game. Another Scuttle round?
I'll take it.
No, we have to take the Yasuo one. The burn and extra damage on our Victor is going to be nuts. You know, and those crabs did not treat us very well. If we're going to be real, those crabs did not treat us very well.
Gold or 2 components?
2 components, for sure.
Can you give me a bow or a vest?
Chain vest?
Yeah.
Here's the chain vest. I really needed that too, so count yourself lucky.
What?
I guess we'll make a jeweled gauntlet for Victor. We do need precision on him. Then we'll try and get him a blue buff. We just need chain vest for our Pike. And another Pike.
I go where my research takes me.
Really need another Pike. Fucking that Viagar destroyed us. 5,600, goddamn. You got a Nasus just slapping?
Yeah.
Why your Nasus be 1-800 slapping?
Because he's bonk.
15 gold or 2 components.
Components?
Wait, did you get a, Do you have, like, some kind of augmented?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gain a Nasus. Your strongest Nasus becomes an attack fighter with a single target ability that gets stronger with each kill. I didn't even know that was an augment. 1-800-BONK? What? Yeah, 1-800-BONK. We're really, really not... Do you need a bow still?
Yes.
Here you go.
Shit. No, I can't get it.
That's not great. If only we could get our... Oh, our last little guy. Let's see. We need to find E.
Let's get this over with. I go where my research takes me.
Oh my god, no. No items, really? None?
Kill list never gets shorter.
Can you give me a vest?
There you are.
Can you give me another bow?
There you are.
Thanks.
Now we'll just put tank items. On, I guess, Mordekaiser, yeah. Nice.
Can you give me a cloak?
A cloak?
Yep.
We'll work on it.
I already have a 3-star boot.
Oh, you do? I missed that. Sorry. Ow. So many items to roll here. Put that on you. Put that on you. We're gonna get the 6th Voyager. Like 100%. What items do you need now? Negatron? Right? You need a Negatron cloak? You need a Negatron cloak?
Yeah.
fucking ignoring me.
Yeah.
Why are you perma-stunned? Damn it. Yeah, deaf much? Okay, what do we got here? Definitely Blessing of Speed.
That's hilarious. I'm going to have a tiny bonking, Nasus.
Tiny bonking Nasus. Okay, if we can 3-star Victor, that would be pretty fucking tight. We'll make Pike tiny. We'll just put a Spirit Visage on you, and then put that on you. Do something else. Surely. Okay, we got 5 Voyagers, so we just need one more Voyager out. And we have it. But also, we still need one more Psionic. Hate those reinforcements. Really unfortunate reinforcements. Really tragic. Those reinforcements were really lame. What other items do you need?
I need to get more items to trade, which will happen in 3 more combats.
What items do you need, though?
I need a cloak and a rod.
Cloak and a rod. We'll work on it and we'll put one in the cannon when we get there. I need one more Victor for a 3-star Victor. Which would be huge. That's about a 50% damage, or more than a 50% damage increase. It's like an 80% damage increase. Or 60% damage increase, 66% damage increase. Okay, that horrific Briar just walked through our entire team.
Let's make them notice.
Okay, now I have items to trade. Huzzah. Oh, because I put the tiny thing on Nasus, I can't put the anomaly on him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it won't let me.
It counts as an it counts as an item? No, the anomaly's an item, Gabby.
Oh, it's an item.
Yeah, it's not an upgrade, it's an item.
Who do I put this on? Big Mordekaiser.
Oh! Okay, all these 3-star meeps are obliterating me. Just obliterating me. That was very sad. We're gonna lose down again.
2 5s are a completed item.
Here's that rod. Completed item.
Now I just need a cloak.
Terrible completed item. Just god awful, but we can re-roll it into something maybe. You just need a Negatron cloak. Here you go.
Yay!
Okay. God damn it, the reinforcements. Are we really going to get 4th place from our dominant position? Three lesser duplicators or a completed item?
Completed item.
What do you need now?
Oh boy. That is the question, isn't it?
Must never get shorter.
I want a belt.
Kill list never gets shorter.
Where the fuck are you? Wow, I lost that so fast. Jin, fuck you. You just annihilated my entire goddamn team. This is insane, Gabby. I went from being so... I'm on a 7-loss spree now. I'm assuming you're on about the exact same.
I'm on a 4-loss spree.
Hand of Justice... Or wait, no, these are mine.
Yeah, those are fucking yours. You got a bell for me yet?
Nope. Sure don't. This item became a red buff again. How? How did you end up over there? And I've lost. I mean, I was 1 pike, 1... I rolled down for 1 pike or 1 victor and didn't get it. I just, like... I don't know. It feels... we feel cursed right now.
Yep.
I had 5 Voyager! It was not a close game. That wasn't a close game. That's the thing. We were on top, and then we lost down uncontested murder. Like, the blue team hit the late game stride for their fucking Meepsy build. Like, I don't understand how I started losing to the yellows, like, genuinely. Like, the yellows were just my team, but shittier. Like, the match I had against the yellows where I just lost, like, my Pike got in the back line, one-shot their Victor, and then almost killed their Nami, and then walked away. Like, Nami got to then kill me. And then also, it's just the never-ending tragedy of every game, or every fight come late game, is, oh, you get reinforced on, because they have, like, a fast team. And, like, Gabby's team was strong early, but it's a Vanguard team. She can't win fast. She's never gonna reinforce on me. So I have to be the one to reinforce on her. So if I'm not crushing it, then I'm never gonna get the backup. So I have to be the one that's always winning. And that just stopped happening. So it became doubly bad for me. Because I was reinforcing on her a lot. And then the moment I stopped reinforcing on her, we both started losing. Because if I'm losing, there's a statistical chance that the person I'm fighting reinforces on her. Which means it's more likely she loses if I'm losing. And because she's a slow build, I'm never getting the help. I'm never getting the help. So it's just, like, extra screwed. And, like, some of these, I know why some of these... Like, the blue team, I 100% understand why they started winning. I don't know why we started losing to the yellow team. Our team should have been a lot stronger than the yellow team. Our teams also should have been a lot stronger than the purple teams. It makes no sense to me. Like, this sniper stars build right here... This is probably the single strongest build in the game right now. Like, this Zaya Jin build with Karma. And I think this is probably the single strongest build in the game. Because if we just go off of our good old tier list, look how many S tiers are in that build. You got yourself a Karma, S tier. You got yourself a Jin, S tier. And then you also have some badass, like, B to A tiers. You also have Nunu, S tier. You also have like, some killer A tiers, like Cho'Gath, A tier. Oh, Zaya, S tier. Yeah, you have 4 S tiers in this build. 2 A tiers. And then everything else is like this fucking build is decked the fuck out. And then this is just a late game situation meeple build with good items. Including actually the rare situation where they have great items on Corki. Wildly unlucky. Meeple is definitely so strong. Like, kind of like Psionic. It's just crazy how strong Meeple is. Now, this person was cannibalizing me, but I was only 1 away. There should have been enough. There should have been enough. I mean, I don't think her build was strong, but I also don't think it's her fault entirely. Like, I think it's a combo of, like, we weren't high enough level, either one of us. Like, both of us were only level 8, and I feel like we kind of fell off because we should have been hitting level 9. Now, I wanted to hit level 9 and include Karma, but I was pressured to try and, like, stop the bleeding. So I rolled down to try and star up Pike and Victor, and then it didn't happen. Our Pike and Victor would have been, like, 60% stronger had we starred them up. We also, I mean, like, I don't know. There's not a whole lot more that we could have asked for outside of stars for our team. I don't know what Gabby wanted, but she had stars too. Like, maybe she could have had better items, but I had good items. I had like, the only thing I didn't get was my 3 stars on my carry. That's the only thing I could have asked for. I don't know, what could you have asked for, Gabby? What do you think your build was lacking? Because mine was just lacking star levels on my carries. I was one away on both of them, and that was the big thing that was reducing my power.
I needed my last Vanguard. I never found Blitzcrank.
Never found Blitzcrank. So, yeah, okay, I'm correct in saying levels really fucked us, because we both stopped at level 8, right? And had you rolled down? Yeah, so we were fucked, because Gabby needed to be 1 level higher to find Blitzcrank. So she was boned because of her roll down. Now, I could have maybe, if I rolled down and start up Victor and Pike, maybe that could have made the difference. But a bigger part of the problem was, like, I don't blame us for losing to Blue Team. I do blame us for losing to these teams. These 2 teams were unexcusable. Now, this team was level 9. So, like, maybe they had a little bit of a level edge. But we really should have been rolling them anyways. I mean, our whole team had 22% damage amp. It is, like, we should have had that in the bag. That's, yeah. I can't blame Gabby there. I think it was, yeah, it's a lot of amp. So that's why it's like my damage should have just been able to, like, again, in that one fight against, like, we could have been 1 fight up and maybe stretched it out 1 more turn, and maybe that could have made a difference if I didn't lose this fight against, Mist, where, my Pike left the Nami with, like, 1 notch. But I probably would have still lost that fight even if Pike killed that Nami, because, like, that fight, even when Pike didn't kill that Nami, was pretty close until the reinforcements came in. And then we got ran through. And then that Briar was an example of why Briar is potentially, like, high tier. I mean, did you notice getting run through by that Briar, Gabs? On the yellow team? Weren't paying attention at all? Didn't think so. So the Briar had Hellfire Hatchet and double Warmogs. And Hellfire Hatchet has a missing health passive and grants Omnivamp, and then Briar gains attack speed based on missing health. So she was basically giga tanky and doing more damage and getting tankier the lower health she was. Which is fucking nutso. Also was 3-star. Like, fucking 3-starred all of the... Yeah, it was just unfortunate. Like, that... Both the top 2 teams had 1 player kind of carrying them. Because, like, this person's team wasn't actually that strong. And we should have... Like, we were probably going to beat them both times we fought them. But then their ally just rolled us. Same with, like, these people up here. Granted, their Viegar was pretty scary, but the real terror was just that Xbuck81, like, this is genuinely the strongest build in the game, I think. So, like, it just fucking rolled us. And both of them were level 9, which also helped their strength. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's it for tonight. We'll do Prey tomorrow to continue up. This was a pretty unfortunate run. At this point, I'm gonna hit plat before we hit gold, because I'm one game away from gold in my solos. I'm like non-stop winning. As always, there's a slightly different meta to duos, and I think it's pretty obvious that that the slower builds are completely I mean, the slower builds are always unplayable in duos. It's always like bad to play slow builds. It's always bad to play with slow builds. So, yeah, playing fucking Vanguards or Voyagers probably just ain't it, because like Voyagers can rush down, but like not really. You need your carries to not be assassins or casters. You need your carries to be like per second DPSs, which is why like Belveth is a lot stronger in duos than in solos necessarily, and Kindred is a lot stronger in duos than in solos, and Snipers is strong in both, but yeah, like, you want your DPSs because they actually rush down faster. But yeah.